Hi, today on Kathy Chats, I want to tell you about a real estate scam that you need to be very aware of. So it's regarding vacant land. If you are a buyer looking to purchase vacant land, or if you're an owner of vacant property, you want to listen to this. So what happens is there are scammers listing property as if they own them, typically for sale by owner on some of the major websites. And they list them at such a great value, you have to jump on it. Happened right here in Cape May recently. Couple of telltale signs you want to watch for is when you start to communicate with that supposed seller, they're going to only communicate through WhatsApp or email. You're not going to get them on the phone. They're probably going to list the property at or around the tax assessed value, which is like this one was exactly the tax assessed value, which is rare. That's like unheard of that someone lists at that number. They're going to ask you for an initial deposit, and they want that money to be wire transferred to them. If you wire that money to them, you're never getting it back. So you want to be extremely cautious. The other part of this is that some of these properties are actually being listed with realtors. And so I've received these emails myself. There's something like, I own this property. I've moved out of the country. I want to sell this property. Can you help me? Let's communicate through WhatsApp. Let's communicate through email. Some agents are falling for it. They're doing some due diligence and thinking that they have everything they need in order to list the property. We get electronic signatures all the time, so that's not surprising. And some of these scammers are so good that they're actually sending false identification and everything. So the property will get listed for sale, and then a buyer will come in with an offer through their agent or through the listing agent, and a contract will be negotiated, and they'll be going through title work. And there have been times where the scam has not been caught and the property closed. So now you have a buyer with a deed for a piece of property that was sold from a scammer. You have a scammer that received a wire transfer of money that you'll never get back. And you have a property owner who's completely oblivious, has no idea any of this has taken place. So now, who actually owns the property? So it's very, very tricky, and you want to use caution, and please be sure to use a trusted real estate advisor with any real estate needs so you can help to avoid some of these situations. So if you're a buyer, again, use a trusted advisor in this. Do not reach out to these land sellers as for sale by owner. Let us help you with that. If you are a land owner, I strongly advise that you search your property address from time to time. You can use my website, capemayhomesales.com, and see if your property's been listed for sale on a multiple listing anywhere. You can also use any of the major websites out there for real estate. It's good to check a couple of them to make sure they're not on there for sale by owner. And also check public records from time to time and just make sure that there's been no deed transfer of your vacant property to someone else. Kind of crazy. This happens, it's real, and you need to be extremely cautious. The reason, by the way, that it's done a lot of times with vacant land instead of houses is because there's no inspections, there's no occupants, there's no need to schedule appointments to meet with people at the property. It makes it just an easier target. So again, watch out for all those things that I told you in the beginning, and call me if I can help you with anything. 609-780-3938. And the old golden rule is if a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. So use caution.